World domination. So, the Illuminati. The word alone sounds like it should come with its own suspenseful background music, right? The conspiracy theories claim they control literally everything. Governments? Check. Media? Check. The weird glitch you saw in your coffee machine this morning? Probably them too. People believe they're pulling the strings to establish a new world order, a one-world government where they rule supreme, sipping on lattes made from our collective tears. And how do they do it? By orchestrating global events like the French Revolution, 9/11, and possibly your last breakup. Yep, apparently even heartbreak is Illuminati certified. Then, there's the celebrity angle. Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and even Madonna are accused of being members. Why? Because they flashed the triangle hand sign, apparently a nod to the Illuminati symbol. Honestly, you'd think the world domination requires a bit more subtlety. The theorists also point to cryptic lyrics and music videos. But let's be real, if Beyoncé is in the Illuminati, she deserves a promotion because Run the World could double as their official anthem. And money? Oh, they've allegedly got plenty of that. Supposedly, they control central banks like the Federal Reserve and use that financial power to keep us all in check. They're like the Monopoly players who never land on go to jail and always own Boardwalk. Theories even suggest they profit from wars, economic crashes, and major political upheavals. So, if your stocks are down, it's probably their fault. The cherry on top? People think they've been around for centuries, secretly plotting from behind the scenes since the 18th century. But here's the kicker. No one's ever produced real evidence that they even exist today. It's like blaming your imaginary friend for breaking the vase. But hey, when the Illuminati is your scapegoat, everything feels possible. Manipulate politics and business. Freemasons. Those guys with funny aprons who meet in secret lodges are accused of being the ultimate puppet masters. They allegedly manipulate politics and businesses round the globe, and are considered behind all the major political decisions, big business deals, and possibly your local OHA's decision to ban garden gnomes. Their critics claim they've been subtly reshaping the world for centuries, all while working on some hidden agenda. What's the agenda? Nobody knows. But you can bet it's either world domination or making everyone learn geometry. Their symbols don't help their case. The Eye of Providence, that pyramid-topped eye on the US dollar, is believed to be their handiwork. And if you start looking for Masonic symbols, you'll find them everywhere. City layouts, global monuments, and if you squint hard enough, in your breakfast cereal. Washington, D.C. itself is rumored to be a Masonic treasure map, with secret codes hidden in its streets. National treasure vibes, anyone? Now, about those rituals. The Freemasons are tight-lipped about what happens in their lodges, which has led to all kinds of wild speculation. Some claim their rites involve chanting, secret handshakes, and maybe even the occasional human sacrifice, though the last one seems a bit much for a group that loves charity work. Their ceremonies are shrouded in so much secrecy that even their members probably wonder what's going on half the time. But here's the real shocker. Some people think Freemasons designed the entire world order as we know it. Yup. According to these theories, every revolution, every war, and even your town's zoning laws are all part of their grand scheme. If that's true, they've got a to-do list longer than Santa Claus's. Powerful connections. What do you get when you combine Ivy League privilege, secret meetings, and ominous rituals? The Skull and Bones Society. Founded at Yale in 1832, it's allegedly the breeding ground for America's elite and its powerful connection with them. We're talking presidents, senators, and CEOs because apparently getting into Yale and having rich parents wasn't enough. Rumor has it, they pick their members carefully, not just for brains, but for their willingness to play puppet masters on the world stage. Their power is supposedly so great that they handpicked US presidents and high-ranking officials like they're casting for a Netflix series. George W. Bush and John Kerry were both members, leading conspiracy theorists to believe that no matter who wins an election, Skull and Bones wins. It's like playing chess when both kings are on the same team. And then there's the initiation. Stories abound of bizarre, almost macabre rituals, including stealing skulls from graves. One particular spicy theory claims they stole the skull of Geronimo, the famous Native American leader. If true, that's not just creepy, it's downright disrespectful. But hey, nothing says elite club like grave robbing, right? The society is also accused of plotting to maintain US global dominance through finance and politics. Basically, if something big happens in the world, theorists think a Bones man had a hand in it. Whether it's shaping foreign policy or deciding the next big tech trend, these guys allegedly hold the puppet strings. But here's a twist. They've never been caught doing anything remotely close to world domination. Or maybe they're just that good. Global governance. Picture this. A private meeting of the world's most powerful politicians, business moguls, and media tycoons, all held in 5-star hotels with tight security. That's the Bilderberg Group in a nutshell. Every year, around 120 elites gather to discuss. Well, no one really knows. And that's where the conspiracy theories come in. People believe they're plotting global domination while sipping champagne and debating whether caviar or foie gras is more pretentious. One of the most popular theories is that Bilderberg Group is working to create a single global government. Forget about national sovereignty. These folks allegedly want one world, one currency, and probably one app to rule them all. Critics say they discuss ways to suppress renewable energy, manipulate world conflicts, and maintain their iron grip on global economics. Basically, they're accused of being the evil geniuses behind capitalism on steroids. Then there's the secrecy. No press, no public statements, and definitely no live tweeting. This has led people to believe that they're hiding something massive, like plans to dissolve national borders or decide who gets to win the next Nobel Peace Prize. The fact that their attendees include royalty, presidents, and billionaires doesn't help their case. It's like the Met Gala of conspiracy theories, but with fewer sequins and more world domination. The wildest claim? Some think they've been pulling the strings since the 1950s to orchestrate events like wars and economic crises for profit. If true, that means they're either the most organized group in history or they've got a crystal ball that Amazon needs to start selling. Either way, the mystery only fuels the speculation. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good Bond villain storyline? Roasting global democracy. Bohemian Grove sounds like a chill California retreat, right? A place where wealthy men unwind among redwoods away from the daily grind. But according to conspiracy theorists, this executive club is more eyes wide shut than summer camp. Every July, CEOs, US presidents, and power players gather for a 2-week retreat, and people claim they're not just roasting marshmallows. Nope, they're allegedly roasting global democracy. The highlight of the retreat is a bizarre ceremony called the cremation of care. Picture this. Men in robes chanting around a massive owl statue while burning an effigy in front of it. Sounds like a rejected scene from the Game of Thrones, right? Officially, it's meant to symbolize leaving worries behind, but theorists think it's a pagan ritual, or worse, something satanic. Some even suggest that effigy might not be a stand-in for a human sacrifice. Yeah, let that sink in. What's even more suspicious is the attendee list. It's like a who's who of global power brokers. US presidents, top corporate executives, and media moguls all rubbing shoulders. Theorists claim these guys, and it's only guys, sorry ladies, are making shady backroom deals that shape global policy. Imagine being in a meeting where the fate of renewable energy or global conflicts is decided between rounds of tequila shots. And the wildest theory? Some believe Bohemian Grove is a cover for occult practices, where the world's elite plot dark agendas while pretending to network. Are they discussing trade policies or planning world domination? No one knows. But the secrecy of it all is enough to keep the conspiracies alive. Whether it's a frat party for billionaires or the Illuminati summer getaway, we may never know. Guardians of mystical secrets. The Knights Templar were medieval warrior monks who fought in the Crusades, but their legends didn't end there. Conspiracy theories suggest they stumbled upon secret treasures like the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, or even lost Atlantean knowledge. Supposedly, they didn't just guard these treasures, they hid them so well that no one's ever found them in over 700 years. Treasure maps, anyone? One theory claims the Templars survived their official disabandonment in 1312 by going underground and eventually rebranding as the Freemasons. That's right, the guys building cathedrals and planning world domination might actually be descendants of medieval knights. Talk about a career pivot. If true, this would mean the Templars didn't just survive, they evolved into a secret society with global influence. Some even believe the Knights Templar secretly control the Vatican. Think about it. An underground order pulling the strings of one of the most powerful religious institutions in the world? If true, it's no wonder the Templars are a favorite of conspiracy theorists. Add to the claim that they've influenced every major religious movement since the Middle Ages. And you've got a story so wild even Dan Brown would be impressed. But here's the kicker. Some theorists think the Templars are still protecting their secrets, and that these secrets could change the world if uncovered. Whether it's the true lineage of Christ or an ancient energy source, the possibilities are endless. Are they the ultimate guardians of sacred knowledge, or just a medieval version of a PR agency? Either way, their legacy continues to spark imaginations and conspiracy blogs. Masters of Alchemy. The Rosicrucians are the hipsters of secret societies. They've been around since the 17th century, claiming to hold the keys of immortality, alchemy, and hidden scientific truths. Sounds impressive, right? Theory suggests they've been shaping humanity's progress for centuries, dropping knowledge bombs during the Enlightenment and maybe even sparking major revolutions. If true, these guys might be the original influencers. Their core belief is that they possess mystical knowledge that could solve humanity's greatest problems, like turning lead into gold or finding the fountain of youth. The idea of alchemy has always been fascinating, but let's face it, if they could actually turn lead into gold, wouldn't they have bankrupted the gold market by now? The theorists argue they've been keeping this knowledge secret to maintain balance, or maybe they just like being mysterious. One particularly juicy theory claims the Rosicrucians played a big role during the Enlightenment, subtly destabilizing monarchies to promote science and free thought. Imagine them whispering revolutionary ideas in the ears of thinkers like Newton and Voltaire. If true, that means they've been working behind the scenes to shape modern society as we know it. No biggie, just casually altering the course of history. But the shocking part? Some believe they're still out there, quietly guiding humanity's progress from the shadows. Are they benevolent guardians of wisdom, or are they sitting on secrets that could revolutionize the world? Either way, their mystique keeps the conspiracy fires burning, with no shortage of theories about their ultimate endgame. Bloodline of Jesus. The Priory of Sion is like the conspiracy theory that won't quit, especially after the Da Vinci Code made it mainstream. The big claim? They're protecting the bloodline of Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene. Yes, you heard that right. Jesus' descendants. If true, this would mean there's a secret royal bloodline walking among us, possibly working a 9-to-5 job or scrolling TikTok as we speak. The theory goes that the priory has been around for centuries, safeguarding this lineage while subtly influencing European politics to keep these descendants safe. Why? Because revealing the truth would allegedly upend Christianity as we know it. Talk about a mic drop moment. Some even claim they orchestrated the Crusades, not for religious reasons, but to secure their hidden knowledge. Forget holy wars. This was the ultimate treasure hunt. The shocking twist? The priory is rumored to have connections with the Knights Templar and the Freemasons. Imagine these secret societies having a group chat, swapping tips on world domination and treasure hiding. It's enough to make your head spin. Some even believe they've influenced major historical events, from revolutions to royal marriages to protect their secrets. But here's the catch. Evidence of the Priory of Sion is sketchy at best. Some historians argue the whole thing was a 20th century hoax. But does that stop theorists? Of course not! The idea is just too tantalizing. A secret society guarding the greatest secret of all time? Whether it's fact or fiction, the Priory of Sion remains a favorite in the world of conspiracies. Controlling banking and politics. The black nobility isn't just a group, it's a concept. The theory posits that certain European aristocratic families have secretly controlled international banking and politics for centuries. Think Rothschilds and Rockefellers, but with royal blood and a penchant for secrecy. These families are allegedly so powerful that they don't need public recognition. They work from the shadows, orchestrating wars and economic crises like a chess game. One of the most eyebrow-raising claims is their alleged control over the Vatican. According to theorists, they manipulate the Pope and the Church to push their agenda, which might involve everything from financial schemes to global wars. If true, that's not just a conspiracy, it's a Netflix series waiting to happen. But it gets darker. The black nobility is said to profit from wars and economic disasters, intentionally creating chaos to line their pockets. Whether it's the Great Depression of the 2008 financial crisis, some theorists are convinced these families had a hand in it. It's like Monopoly on steroids, but instead of flipping the board, they flip entire economies. The most shocking claim? They're supposedly working toward a new world order, much like the Illuminati, but with an aristocratic twist. Their endgame? Total global control, all while sipping champagne in their castles. Whether they're Europe's shadow rulers or just a conspiracy theorist fever dream, the black nobility adds a layer of intrigue to the already tangled web of secret societies.